Since the first battles between warring factions of humans, the race has been on to develop increasingly destructive and effective weaponry. The 20th century saw more fighting than in the rest of history combined, and this trend looks likely to continue. To keep up with the changing face of war, it's important to keep on building bigger and badder machines. It's time to delve into the world of advanced military hardware as we bring you the 10 most powerful secret superweapons in the world.
Amazing!
Number 10. XM25 Weapon System. The XM25 Individual Airburst Weapon System is a portable grenade launcher that fires 25mm grenades. It offers a wide range of functionality, such as being able to set them to detonate in midair after traveling a certain distance. There are a number of munitions that are compatible with the weapon, like grenades, high-explosive airburst devices, door-breaching devices, or armor-piercing munitions. There's even the option to use non-lethal alternatives. Soldiers in the field report that this weapon is such a game-changer, it's nicknamed the Punisher for being extremely effective at neutralizing enemy combatants from covered positions. The system has an inbuilt ballistic computer, laser rangefinder, compass, and fuse setter to enable the operator to accurately acquire targets, and they even fire on them with precision up to 500 meters away. The US military has also developed smart guided bullets, which can alter their path to hit moving targets due to their inbuilt optical sensors. The intent with these technologies is that there will ultimately be a much higher success rate per bullet fired, and the chance of hitting the wrong target will be significantly reduced. Number 9. Status 6 Oceanic Multipurpose System. The Status 6 first came to light in 2015 after images of the designs were accidentally broadcast on Russian TV news, or at least they said it was an accident. In the segment, a general was shown looking through some documents, one of which was the so-called devastating torpedo system that was in development, something that would be an understatement. It was created by RAILGUN, a submarine design agency based in St. Petersburg, and claims to have a range of up to 6,200 miles. The torpedo is purportedly nuclear-powered and nuclear-armed. The plan is for it to be launched from a nuclear-powered submarine, and once fired, it would be remotely operated. Then it would travel up to 115 miles per hour and be able to avoid detection by acoustic tracking devices and traps. Upon detonation, the idea is that it'll create a tsunami wave up to 500 meters or 1,600 feet tall. This could wipe out everything 1,500 kilometers or 930 miles deep inside the US. It would also contaminate a wide area of an enemy's coast with radioactive isotopes. Such levels of radioactive contamination would render the area unusable for centuries, thus making it a powerful weapon against sites of strategic military importance. Number 8. The USS ZUMWALT. The $3 billion USS ZUMWALT is a stealth destroyer. It requires a smaller crew than other similar-sized vessels and is actually cheaper to run. Don't let that fool you. This is an incredibly powerful ship. Its engines produce 78 megawatts of energy, which is equivalent to the energy consumption of 10,000 homes. This energy is used to power its destructive arsenal, which includes an electromagnetic railgun that can fire projectiles at 4,500 miles an hour. Also, its regular guns are fitted with a so-called infinite magazine. That's the ability to continuously reload as new ammunition is brought aboard, without the need to halt fire. The ship is designed for use in coastal waters, from where it can attack inland targets up to 72 miles away. The sharp angles of the hull confuse radar systems, so they think it's a much smaller ship, but this comes as a trade-off for maneuverability. As well as being a unique design, the USS ZUMWALT seems destined to be one of a kind. The first problem is the huge initial cost. The DDG-51, which is a very competent alternative, costs $1 billion less. Because of this, the initial order of 32 vessels was reduced to 7, then 3, and then 2. There's no denying that it's on the cutting edge of naval innovation. It just may prove economically impractical to be anything more than a showpiece. Number 7. S-400 Air Defense System. The S-400 was first designed in Russia in the 1990s and came into service in 2007. It's an anti-aircraft system and uses 4 different types of missiles to perform its role across a wide spectrum of distances. Generally, it's regarded as one of the best air defense systems ever designed, using its radar to target bombers from 350 miles away. The next upgrade to the S-400 is the S-500. It's known to be currently in development, but details are top secret. What's clear is that it's actually intended to take on a slightly different role by being more focused on targeting missiles as opposed to aircraft. The technology required to track and target hypersonic objects is extremely complicated. Once it's perfected, it'll keep the Russian skies secure for years to come. Both are essentially the Russian equivalent to the US THAAD system that's designed to protect against high-altitude targets. This is the last line of defense against such attacks and has been installed in allied countries just in case the worst happens. Number 6. MARS. MARS stands for Modular Advanced Armed Robotic System. It's an unmanned land vehicle that's intended to replace human personnel, so they could stay at a safe distance while it carries out risky tasks. It can fire machine guns, set explosives, and even be used to help pull injured soldiers back to safety. It's controlled remotely and comes fitted with 360-degree cameras, two-way communication, thermal and night vision, and lasers to help acquire targets. Its weaponry is also impressive, with an M240B machine gun, 4 M203 grenade launchers, and it's able to carry as much as 400 rounds of ammunition. Future warfare will be full of automated weaponry to reduce the risk of human casualties. So, Mars is surely just the beginning. Number 5. X-47C Combat Drone. This drone is currently in development by Northrop Grumman as a replacement to the X-47A and B. It's thought to be a stealth drone aircraft capable of evading detection by radar. With a wingspan of 172 feet and the ability to carry a payload weighing up to 10,000 pounds, significantly more than its predecessors. As it's still in development, details on the full specs are classified, but if the X-47A is anything to go by, it's sure to be a game-changing vehicle. It's virtually guaranteed to be high subsonic and possibly even supersonic within a reasonable budget. It'll be used as an unmanned delivery system in regions considered too risky for manned flights to go. Drones are commonplace now, of course, and vital to war efforts. The Northrop Grumman Global Hawk is one of the most effective in operation at the moment. It has proven to be invaluable for its ability to gather intelligence and identify targets. It's one of the larger UAVs that are available, and as such, has a much further range than any other vehicles currently used by American and German forces. However, it has not yet gone into large-scale manufacturing due to its eye-watering $104 million price tag per unit. Number 4. 60 kW Laser Weapon. Lockheed Martin is at the forefront of new weapon design, but by far their most futuristic weapon is this, the 60 kW laser. It's designed to be mounted on trucks and ships and is used to knock out drones from the sky. The beam itself is invisible to the human eye, but it packs a punch. After detecting a UAV, it'll track it and fire burst for just a few seconds. That's all it'll take to incapacitate the target by superheating the circuits on board. The laser's ability to rapidly heat objects means that it could even be used to neutralize incoming mortar rounds, causing the explosive devices to detonate in the air before becoming a threat. This is particularly impressive because munitions like that can travel at hundreds of miles an hour, but that's no problem for the laser weapon's targeting systems. It's not thought to be in operation yet though, and its development and full specs remain a closely guarded secret. Lockheed is not the only one experimenting with such tech either. Boeing, too, has a similar device called the Laser Avenger. This is designed to be attached to the Avenger missile system to give this air defense vehicle even greater effectiveness. Number 3. Super tanks. Having first come into widespread use in the First World War as a means to overcome trench warfare, tanks have become a mainstay in a military's arsenal. They continue to get bigger and far more powerful, none more than the M1 Abrams, the main battle tank of the American military. It first came to use in 1980 and was invaluable in the Gulf War, Iraq War, and numerous other conflicts with its multi-purpose weaponry, tough armor, and maneuverability. The tank has had a number of upgrades over the years, with the latest, the M1A3, expected to be deployed by 2020. This new version will have the most advanced fire control of any tank ever built, but will be the last iteration of the M1. Moving forward, new tank designs will become more common, such as Poland's PL-01 concept tank. This features an infrared camouflage system that hides it from enemies. The US military has developed an adaptive invisibility cloak too, which, when deployed, will allow even the largest of new tank designs to be completely hidden, not just from radars and thermal cameras, but potentially from human sight. Number 2. Kinetic Energy Projectile. The US version of the kinetic energy projectile weapon, which is in testing, is made from tungsten and launched at more than 3 times the speed of sound at over 2,000 miles an hour. It's basically a modified bullet that is designed to penetrate vehicle armor. This is done by wrapping the projectile in a lightweight outer shell to raise its muzzle velocity. Once the shell clears the barrel, the shell falls off, leaving an aerodynamic projectile traveling at an incredibly high velocity. When the intended target is reached, it'll break up into pieces of superheated metal fragments that'll be able to pierce most forms of conventional armor and devastate everything in its path. By combining this technology with chemical explosives, there would not be much on a battlefield that would be able to survive. Another weapon that looks like it's been taken straight out of a video game is the electricity bomb, with reports having surfaced of them being used in Syria. Rather than containing normal explosives, these bombs contain technology that wreaks havoc on enemy electrical systems. This will disable them or even cause them to explode. According to those who have experienced their effects, anyone who is carrying a metal object would be subjected to serious burns, which would immediately neutralize forces in one swift strike. Number 1. Electromagnetic Railgun. The US Navy has been working on the development of an electromagnetic railgun for years. The principle of the weapon is simple. Rather than using chemical combustion to launch a projectile, it'll instead use magnetic fields. By combining this technology with a kinetic energy projectile, it could theoretically fire huge payloads, such as the newly designed hypervelocity low drag spike at speeds of almost 4,500 miles an hour at up to 100 miles away. Nothing comes close to this power. The problem with this is the huge amount of energy required to make it work. Hundreds of millions of dollars have been spent on perfecting the design, but the main limitation is the transport and generation of the power needed. But once these issues are overcome, it'll become one of the most efficient and cheapest to run weapons available. There will be plenty more weapons being developed in secret, which will soon become a regular part of the battlefield. Which of these were the most impressive? Are there any others you would have put on this list instead? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.